What is going on, guys? Welcome back into another video. In today's video, guys, I've got a cheese for you that will basically guarantee you a top 10% in the competitive playlist inside of the Guardian games in 2022. Now, for those of you that don't know, Guardian Games is a 3-week event inside of Destiny 2, and the players that score within the top 10% of the event get access to an exclusive emblem at the end of the event. Now, the goal of this cheese is to farm the Guardian Angel medals inside of the Vanguard medals for Guardian Games. Now, what this does is it's rapidly reviving 2 Guardians, which gives you a ton of points every time you do it. Now, guys, before we head into the activity, there are a few things that I would recommend doing and equipping before you head in. For one, I would be in a fire team of 3. That way it makes chaining the revives a lot easier. And 2, I would launch the non-match made playlist. That way, if one of you guys get booted, you can rejoin. Next up, we're going to be equipping everything at 1350. So go into your collections, your vault, wherever you have 1350 gear, and go ahead and throw that on your character. You want to be as low level as possible with this. It'll make a little bit more sense once we pop in. The other thing I would definitely recommend, guys, so go into your collections and go under armor and down to leveling. And there is a class item there that is level 21. That's going to bring your light level down even lower and make this a little bit easier as well. So going ahead and throwing that on drops you all the way down here. You can see me down to 1231. The other thing that you're going to want to have to make this really easy, guys, is an SMG with ricochet rounds. Now, basically what we're going to be doing is shooting the wall. The reflection of the bullets are going to hit us and kill ourselves. That way we can chain these medals, okay? And if you don't have ricochet rounds, it's really hard to do. So this is going to make it a lot easier. You're not going to have to rely on heavy ammo at all. You get unlimited ammo on this. So trust me, grab an SMG with ricochet rounds. Now, after all of that equipment is equipped, go ahead and launch the activity. Now, one thing is you have to be, I think, a minimum of 1550 to launch the activity. So the fire team leader needs to keep their gear on until they launch the activity. Once you're flying in, you can go ahead and put all of your low level stuff on. That way you're ready to pop right in and get this farm done. Now, once you're actually in the activity, guys, all I want you to do is turn around, head to that back wall. And what you're going to do is basically use your SMG to shoot at the wall. Those bullets are going to reflect off and it will kill you, guys. You got to make sure you're at the right angle. I think you have to look down a little bit to make this a bit easier. But basically the way to kind of maximize how many medals that you can get here is by taking turns doing reses. So what we would do is, like myself, I would res first. Then you basically kill yourself twice. The next person would res, the next person would res. So just take turns resing 2 people and then killing yourself twice. Now, we kind of screwed around with this a bit last night, and I think the timeline that you want to spend doing this is probably a solid 6 minutes. You might be able to do it for a little bit longer if you're super efficient throughout the strike, but I think 6 minutes is a good number to go through. Once you've got that done, guys, once you've done this for about 6 minutes, go ahead, put your good gear on all the way back up to max level, 1570, 1580, whatever your max is, and you're going to want to go through the strike like normal. Now, you guys can notice the score at the bottom right of the screen. Just for doing this for 6 minutes, this got us right around 150,000 points. I've seen people get closer to 200K, so if you're super efficient with your revives, you can get a ton of points to start this thing out and kind of guarantee that top 10%. Now, obviously, you're going to progress through this strike and come up to where you drop down to the boss room. Now, on our first couple runs, we actually did not do this. We went down, fought the boss, beat the strike, and I think we were capping out in between 370,000 and 400,000 points, which again, I think is still like a guaranteed 10%, like top 10%. You can also stop right before you drop down into the boss room and farm this again. So again, you could do that same revive tactic that we did at the start of the strike and do it for another, 3 or 4 minutes to maximize those medals, drop down, kill the boss. After doing this way, we were hitting like 450 to 500,000 no problem. I've heard stories of people getting closer to 600K. So if you guys are really efficient and can maximize those medals throughout the strike, you can put up some insane numbers. Again, I don't know if Bungie is going to fix this. I don't know if they'll limit the amount of medals that you can get in an actual strike or event. But I mean, this thing is fucking cracked and broken. And if you guys want a guaranteed top 10% as of right now, this is probably the easiest way to get it done. Now guys, if you have any feedback or questions on this farming tactic, feel free to leave them in the comments below. And a quick reminder, I do stream on Twitch 5 to 6 days a week, so feel free to pop over to Twitch and hop in chat. We'd love to have you there. Also guys, if you're enjoying the content on the channel, feel free to hit that thumbs up and sub buttons. They definitely help me out, and I appreciate all of the support. Thanks again for checking out the video, guys. I really hope this helps you guys out, and we'll see you in the next video.